What's up, everybody, and welcome to Shapes of Gaming, the weekly conversational podcast all about video games that's unedited, unfiltered, and unhinged. I'm one of your hosts, as always, Matt Stenson, Neo Charge on PSN, and joining me, as always, for episode number 34, the Retro Gaming Encyclopedia, Bob Harriman, Leon Lyon Hartley on PSN. What's up, dude?
For those who come after.
For those who come after. Oh, my God. That Game Awards show was awesome, and we're going to talk all about it. We're going to announce the winners. We're going to announce all the news that was unveiled, and man, it was a great show. It ended interestingly, which we'll talk about. But yeah, had a Game Awards party. It's been about a week since the Game Awards, but you know, the Game Awards happened right after we recorded episode 33, so we're covering it on this one. So yeah, what are you drinking, man? Before we get into it,
right into it. Now, we're going back to a favorite of mine from Living the Dream. I've become a real fan of their beers. This one is a variation of their Powder Run. It's the Powder Run Gingerbread. So the Powder Run being a vanilla cream ale, this one has the vanilla and the ginger and the spices that pretty much make this thing taste like a gingerbread cookie. And I already hear the comments coming. I don't care. Gingerbread cookies are amazing, and I will not. I will not stand for any slander.
I love gingerbread cookies. It's got like the little spice, the sweet. Yeah, I'm a big fan. People don't like that. There's a common dislike for the cookie.
Oh yeah, my wife hates gingerbread cookies, and I'm like, I know.
What's wrong with her?
Not everybody's perfect, okay? Not everybody can be me.
Right. Yeah, I wish I was drinking that, and I definitely need to try that. But I'm drinking my last of summer beer, honestly. This is Bird of Paradise Fruited Sour Ale, and it's got boysenberry, blackberry, raspberry from Cerebral Brewing in Denver, specifically Aurora, Colorado. So I'm finishing this off, but I'm excited for some of those winter beers. I got Isolation in the fridge. I definitely want to try that gingerbread. Another really big one of mine I like to drink in the winter is Winter Warlock from Bristol Brewing. It's an oatmeal stout. Oh, those stouts, those heavy, darker beers, they hit different on cold winter nights, man.
Yeah, I've got Winter Warlock in the fridge at work. And it's calling my name. I know we're gonna have a gathering or something, or maybe it'll just be the that day, that Christmas Eve, we're all in the office, everybody's there, kind of like for the sake of presents, and maybe crack open a few.
Heck yeah, love it. It's a really smooth oatmeal stout, but yeah, we're drinking, we're hanging out, talking video games. How's life been, man?
Pretty good actually. Let's see. Other than the TGAs we did, been hammering away at video games, getting everything ready for the Christmas spirit, if you will. And I am hoping at some point I can finally just turn off everything and go dark and really dive into some games. I get a couple of things that are on the calling my name comfort food list, and hopefully I can get into them and start streaming some of that, so that way people in the community, if you ain't got anywhere to go, you can at least come join me on the streams.
Exactly. That sounds like a great idea. I've been gaming too, played Metroid, finished that. I'll talk about that on this cast. I've been snowboarding a lot. Checked out Loveland Ski Resort, which was pretty awesome. They have some runs that I gained some pretty intense speed. I got like 45 miles an hour. So on a snowboard, that's pretty fucking quick. And yeah, going to Breckenridge this Sunday. So I'm very excited for that. Breck has some really cool runs. It's just a really cool resort. It's like the adult North Pole, but it's one of the best resorts up there, other than Vail. But Vail's super expensive. But I'm excited to go on those runs. So I've been snowboarding, been gaming. This year's had some ups and downs. You have your good days, you have your bad days, but I'm ready for this fucking year to be over, honestly. I know a lot of people say that every year, right? But this year's definitely been a little challenging for me for personal reasons. And apparently it was the year of the snake, Bob. Did you know this?
I knew about it tangentially, but that's only because the Year of the Snake always ends up with a Metal Gear Solid release, or at least a Metal Gear Solid release always ends up on the Year of the Snake for some reason. Um, so that's why I knew it, but I never dug too deep into the meanings
Yeah.
behind them. But yeah, definitely knew it was the Year of the Snake. Don't ask me what next year is. I ain't got a clue.
Next year is the year of the horse, Bob. And the year of the snake is you're shedding things that don't bring value in your life anymore. And you're, you know, eliminating relationships that haven't worked out for you, and just eliminating things from your life, like shedding things. And then the year of the horse, ironically, is when after you're done with that, you have freedom and you're galloping towards your new goals. You're uh, getting into stuff that you've always wanted to, and just some very exciting. Uh, I don't know, really great freedom based goals for the year of the horse. So yeah, I can resonate with that. So
So what you're saying is I need to break out my ocarina so I can play a Pona song in
yeah,
preparation for next year.
yes, yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. You got it.
heck yeah. Uh, yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're getting out of 2026 or 2025 soon, going into 2026, and I'm excited for that. We got a lot of really great games coming out in 2026, and what a year for video games for 2025. Holy shit.
This was probably one of the best years that we've had in probably 10 years, if I'm
Mhm.
being really honest. There was some good stuff, don't get me wrong. Like God of War 2018 was amazing, but you can't line up God of War 2018 with on stacked of what we got this year, which I find ironic because spending time on folks, remember internet life, the internet's not real life, but yeah, I still see comments, oh, there's issues with no games coming out of any worth, and I'm like, brother,
Ugh.
my brother in Christ, there were like 4,000 games released in the last 3 months. If you can't find anything to play, that's not the games industry fault. Listen to me, that's a you problem, and that's okay. Maybe you don't
Right.
like video games anymore, and
Yeah.
we grow out of them. That's fine. I graduated from Nintendo, but do not go online and say there are no games.
Right, exactly. Oh yeah, people just bitching about there being no games. There's something for everyone out there. We had such a diverse lineup this year. There were so many bangers, and we're going to get into some of them with the winners of the categories of the game awards, which we'll talk about the winners for each category. We'll quickly go through them, but then yeah, we're looking forward to 2026 because there's a lot of great stuff coming out. Before that, a little bit of housekeeping. Let's see. Our schedule is going to uh, change a little bit. We're not going to release on the mornings. So typically, the structure is we record Wednesday night. We're recording Wednesday night now. And then I do all the post processing and getting everything ready that Wednesday night, which honestly eats into my game time. And I get it published and ready to go, scheduled to release on Thursday morning. I'm going to start doing post processing and stuff like that. And I mean, you got to write the description, you got to do some stuff on the back end, put the tags and everything. There's a little bit of work involved. And then there's post production stuff. We don't edit, but there's audio balancing that needs done. It's not just like, oh, we record and hit a button and it's ready to go. That's not how it works. There is some work that needs to be done. That's been eating into my game time in the evening. So I'm going to move that to Thursday morning. And the podcast should be live. I'm going to shoot between 11 a.m. Pacific time and 2 p.m. Eastern time. That would mean 12 p.m. Mountain time. So, and 1 p.m. Central time. So,
Yeah. Plus, that also gives you time if there's any technical hiccups or anything of that nature. You want that buffer, folks.
exactly.
And that's good. I love it. It's funny you mention it. We've got kind of road mapping out. Obviously, this evening, or today, rather, should I say, as you're listening, we're going to talk about the Game Awards. Next week, we're still spitballing what that's going to look like, but the next one after that is going to be for the new year. Just as an anticipation, we're going to be doing a kind of channel update, and kind of a milestone of where we're at, where are we going. Nothing crazy. We're still going to be here, but try to morph the content, make it more interesting, and keep that engagement going. So definitely keep an ear out for that, as we traverse into, quite frankly, what I'm thinking is going to be another year of gaming in 2026.
Absolutely. And yeah, the list is crazy for next year. Even the ones with release dates and the ones that are to be determined. There were a lot of announcements at the Game Awards, and it's shaping up very nicely. Things are falling into place. A lot of March releases, but a lot of that stuff wasn't for me. Other than that, we are going to also do a bonus episode at some point, and we're going to record the draft. So we're going to draft the games for 2026 draft. We'll have 5 people, and we'll get that recorded for you guys. We'll have a brand new draft. That'll be at some point in the new year. Probably, I don't know, first or it can't be the second week of January because we're going to be going to MagFest. So it probably has to be in sometime in the first week of January. I don't know. We got to get it done before MagFest, and I think Xbox is probably going to have a show in January. They usually do. They had one last year when I was at MagFest, but we're going to get that done for you. Another thing we're doing, we have a new co-op game we're going to be playing and streaming for you all, and we picked up the Remnant from the Ashes 2, or Remnant 2. Is it Remnant 2?
Remnant 2.
Remnant 2. It's third-person action adventure shooter and co-op. So I played the shit out of Remnant 1 from the Ashes, and I'm excited for this one. So we're going to be streaming that. Bob and I are going to be doing some co-op. Might have a third. Who knows? We don't know yet. But we're excited for that, and we'll be streaming that. Hopefully you tuned into our Gears of War Reloaded stream, which we had a blast on that one. So we're going to keep the fun going and play Remnant 2. We got it on a pretty crazy sale, and I've had my eye on it for a while, and it's time.
It is, dude. What's really funny about Remnant 2, because that was an early PS5 game as part of the generation. I didn't play the first one, but I saw enough on the little preview trailers and said, oh, okay, sure, why not? I'm in between games. Let me give this a shot. Played it. I thought it was amazing. It's fucking hard for those that haven't played it. It is a really hard game. And then 6 months later, I'm talking to, well, not 6 months, but a few years later, it's casually brought up in conversation. And then it's you, and it's another friend of mine, and it's another friend of mine. And all of you are screaming, why didn't you say anything? And I'm thinking to myself, nobody, I checked my dashboard, who's playing what, and I did not see a single one of y'all playing fucking Remnant 2. So I guess maybe our schedules didn't line up. But yeah, speaking of sales, you know what I picked up today, Matt?
What?
Believe it or not, from Best Buy,
no.
Dragon Age Inquisition. Did you see how much?
Fucking $5.
Yes, it was. I didn't use it, but you know what would I forgot to use it. I used it on a purchase later that day. I had to buy something else. I think it was pre-order. Oh yeah, it was pre-order for Saros. But I ended up. What would have made that really funny is I had my Best Buy rewards gift available, and I could have made that game free 99.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I still would have paid too much.
I haven't played it. I've heard mixed things. I'm not interested in it. I've just never gotten into Dragon Age. I heard Dragon Age Inquisition was incredible. Just never got into the IP. Yeah, and as for Remnant, I think Remnant 2 came out in a very crowded time, and I never got to it. And I was like, maybe I'll just pick it up on a sale and find a friend to play. And guess what? That's what I did. So, yeah, I thought about picking up Dragon Age, but I was like, I mean, it's not really the money, it's the time, right? And I already have so much to play. I'm trying to get through Ghost of Yotei. I just finished Metroid. We're going to be playing Remnant. all up until Dragon Quest Seven uh, reimagined. So
Yeah, and I was wrong, Matt. I did not realize it explains why I didn't hear it from anybody because I thought it
when
was
did
an
it come
early
out?
July 25th of 2023.
Okay. And
That
what
was
else
a
came out with it? Let's see.
yeah. Well, something I'll be talking about later.
Oh, yeah. What something you're playing?
Yeah, maybe.
So July 2023. Let's see what came out. What came after? July. So was it late July or early July?
Late
Uh,
July.
late July. Okay. Well, Final Fantasy 16 came out late June, but late
Yep.
July. No, I didn't have an excuse. Nothing really came out. Immortals of, yeah, nothing.
I'd have to
Hmm.
go check. I'd have to go check my trophy list because I didn't get it day one. So like I picked it
Mm.
up a couple months later, and by a couple months later, most people were anticipating the holiday season, and came October is when Alan Wake 2 hit. So let's be honest, it doesn't surprise me now I think about it. But I think you're gonna really enjoy it, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a great time. Just be ready to get your. I've never played a multiplayer, but just get ready to get your dick kicked in.
I can't wait. Bo, a friend of the show, and I played Remnant One. We platinumed it, so uh, I'm ready. It's got some incredible gunplay, and I'm all about third person. The bosses they drop like elemental weapons based on like their makeup and element, and I think that's super cool. So yeah, I can't wait to play it. We'll stream it for you all. Other than that, let's see what else. That's really all there is. So yeah, Discord's what's up?
Oh, I was going to say, just to let you know, it was confirmed by a senior Microsoft official who hasn't been named, as far as I can tell, that Xbox will be doing their developer direct in January this year. They don't have a date yet, but it is confirmed to happen.
Yep, they usually do. There's usually a developer direct in January, so their developer directs are awesome. It's basically not Xbox exclusive anymore. I mean, you're watching those for stuff you're going to be playing on PlayStation probably day one release. So those are exciting. Maybe we'll hear more about Fable. Maybe we'll hear about Gears of War E-Day. There's a lot of shit they're working on that will maybe Horizon, Forza Horizon 6, which I'm very excited for because it's going to be in Japan. So give me some of that Tokyo Drift, baby. I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah, Discord has been awesome. We've been having some polls, having some cool conversation. If you're not part of the community in Discord, what are you doing? Where can they be part of this community? Where do they go, Bob?
Yeah, that's a great question, Matt. Where do they go? No, you just take that web browser of your choice and you go to shapesofgaming.com. That will take you to our landing page where you will find links for everything in this community. Discord invite is there. The Twitch, I guess you could say stream, is there, so you can come see us when we're live and doing dumb things and drinking beer, as well as all of our social medias that are on there. We're pretty much on every platform except for TikTok, really. Yeah, I know, Matt. We'll only want to touch that, but we also have yeah, you'll find everything there. Come join the community. Come say hi. We like to have a good time. We like to poke and jab and a little crude for some people sometimes, and that's okay. But guess what? At the end of the day, it's all in fun. It's all about talking about games in depth and getting to know and expand your horizons. So once again, just go to shapesofgaming.com.
Absolutely. Yep. Landing page takes you to all the stuff. So twitch.tv/shapes of gaming. We're going to be on there at some point. I don't know, soon. Once I finish Ghost Yote, probably, because I've been working on that. Which brings us to what are we playing? Let's get into what we're playing before we get into this crazy amount of news that was at the Game Awards. You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't have much else to report on other than the fact that I'm continuing to play Alan Wake 2. I am probably, I don't know for sure, but I want to say probably about 70 to 80% of the way there for completing or for finishing the game. And I got to say, I see why this game won GOTY. I see why it got its praise. This is a phenomenal phenomenal title by Remedy, the same people who made obviously Alan Wake 1 as well as Control, that was noted. This game, so let me back up. I played Control, loved it. I knew there was tie-ins to Alan Wake series, but I hadn't played Alan Wake, and I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. It's cool. I went back and played Alan Wake 1. Uh, Loved it. We talked about it last episode. Now I'm back to Alan Wake 2 after Control, and I can tell you right now, Control has the tyings of bringing things together, but Alan Wake 2 is where the Remedyverse really kicks off. This is where it really bears its fruit, and you can see it. I don't want to say too much because it is kind of a spoiler territory, and which makes me really excited for one of the games that was announced at the Game Awards. I gotta say, one downside or one negative thing is it's not very well. I don't want to say optimized, but it really isn't optimized. Even on the PS5 Pro, I'm playing on the mixed, which gives you performance and fidelity. There's still some little shimmering and things of that nature, but not enough to distract you. And then the other thing I can really say about this game is, notoriously, as you know, Matt, Remedy did not earn their money back on this game for like the first 2 years it was released. There was some speculation about it being because of the lack of physical release. I now see that that's probably not the case. I suspect it was just production value that went into this game, because there are some amazing scenes that blend together live animation, like live acting, damn near movie sets on top of embedded with the video game itself. And to embed both of those, it's best parallel I can give you is like Space Jam or Who Framed Roger Rabbit kind of a situation. I love it. It's I I get it. I'm Danny DeVito right now, where I'm like, I get it. I finally understand what they're going for. And yeah, outside of that, I can just say this game has me hooked. I checked the trophy list. It made me so happy. There's one quote unquote missable, which just means you have to play smart and not stupid, for
Mm-hmm.
pardon the expression. Um, there are no confirmed bug trophies. You can do it all in a single playthrough, and there's no fucking multiplayer. That right there
Yeah.
screams Bob Platinum, because I can just go play the game and then at my pace and my distance, and then go finish and do wrap up and not stress out about doing a second playthrough, or putting another 40 hours into doing another run so I can get that one collectible that's only there in New Game Plus or something, right?
Right.
But yeah, Alan Wake 2 is amazing, man, and I can't wait to see what Remedy's got coming next.
Oh yeah, we got a glimpse of it, which we'll be talking about. Yeah, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. It's, I mean, it's in my top 5 survival horrors of all time, and they did a great job on it. So, yeah,
Yeah, this jumped that list. If we were to sit down and redo that list, if we do it next year or something similar, talking about survival horrors, this ended up on that list. That's how good this
yeah,
game is.
awesome. Happy to hear. The DLC is really cool too, and I'm excited for you to finish it, and we'll talk all about it. Not on the cast, of course, because we don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, if you haven't played any of the Remedy games, dude, Alan Wake, Control, Alan Wake 2, and they got some really cool ones coming out in 2026 too, which we
Yeah,
heard, which we'll be
yeah.
talking about.
I gotta
So,
say, you hit it right there. Remedy. So Alan Wake 2, Control, and what was announced at the Game Awards. Fundamentally, this is what I really like about Remedy, is they're all kind of different games. They're the
mhm,
quote unquote same genre. Alan Wake 1 and Alan Wake 2 are technically survival horror, but they do not play the same. They're not. They're the same perspective, but they do not even come close to terms of gameplay of how they operate on a fundamental level at that
right.
basic DNA. So I'm curious to see what they do with Resident, because that's the great thing about Remedy. You get something different every time, so you can play Alan Wake 1 and go, I'm not sure, and try to, and you might be surprised, or Control or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Remedy makes incredible games, and I'm glad you finally dove into Alan Wake 2. You're enjoying it, and yeah, they're just masters of storytelling and production and stuff like that. So as you're seeing in Alan Wake 2, that's kind of like uh their pinnacle, the bar they've set so far. Control is still my favorite, but Alan Wake 2 is they're so different, like you said, right? Control's more third person action adventure. You know, you got your powers to move shit with your mind, right? But then Alan Wake's a little more grounded, but still fantasy, and more survival horror. So yeah, so glad you're enjoying that. I haven't really got to play any more Ghosts of Yote. I am going to after this cast, and I'm excited to dive back in. But I finished Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and uh, this game, I would recommend it. It's great, especially if you like the old Metroid Primes. It does kind of fall off at the end though, a little bit. The story doesn't really make any fucking sense. I don't know if they were going for an interpretive storytelling, but they didn't explain a lot. I don't know if they're saving this because I mean they did announce recently that I think this does start a new trilogy. So I don't know if it's going to be explained within the next trilogy or not. Gameplay phenomenal. The levels and the level design amazing. It's got less music than Prime and the Prime trilogy, the Phazon trilogy, but the what it does have is awesome. There are some tracks that are incredible and they're great. The presentation, the performance, the technological advancements of this game are awesome. It's Nintendo's best looking game so far, in my opinion. And it's true next gen, which gets me excited for what they have coming for the Switch 2 in the true next generation. The pacing, not great. The desert hub world, empty, not great. And the companions and the hand holding, it's a little annoying. I like this game. I I feel like more than most people do. Maybe it's I'm a big Metroid fan. Maybe I'm biased, uh, but it is my least favorite Prime game. Maybe I don't know because I haven't played Echoes in a while. I did not like Echoes. I know it's still a great Prime game, but I'm I know it's not my favorite one, and I know it's not better than Corruption because Prime's my favorite, Corruption's my second favorite. It is sitting maybe above Echoes, maybe not though. I'm not sure. Uh it definitely has flaws. I can look past those flaws, and I think the good things about it hold it up above the negative things. I think the good outweighs the negative. Uh, but it has some really high highs and some really low lows. So uh, the end is just there's a lot of plot holes, and yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything about the story. I don't even know if we're going to do a spoiler cast on it because it just doesn't make any fucking sense. um, honestly, like the ending is like, what the fuck just happened? And why did
Mm,
that happen? And wait, what's going on here? Huh? What? So, but the gameplay shines. The abilities are cool. Combat's fun. Enemy versatility. Not a lot of enemy variation, but it's Prime. It's more Prime that you know and love. Uh, and I had a blast with it. So, 7.9 out of 10 in my opinion. So, yeah.
okay. All right.
I
So
would recommend it if you're a Metroid fan.
that was going to be my question. Okay. Now the other question I'd have is where does it rank and stack when it comes to the prime quadrilogy at this point?
Yeah, out of all four, like I said, I don't know if it's above Echoes, but it could be last. It's yeah, fourth. So I haven't played Echoes in a while, and I haven't played Corruption in a while. I love Corruption. Prime will always be my favorite. It kicked off the series. Uh, honestly, there's a lot of, and Corruption had this too. There's a lot of NPCs that you interact with, and what I loved about Prime, the original, was the isolation. You're dropped on this planet. There's no one there. And it just Samus has to find her way around by herself. No one's in your ear saying, "Oh, Samus, you should go to this level because this thing might be there." Shut up, Miles. I don't want to hear it. And yeah. So I think eliminate the desert area because it's just bland, and the things you collect there are just padding for the game. Eliminate the NPCs, honestly, all of them. Just eliminate them all. And basically just have Samus alone on this planet, Vuros, with the Lamorne, and she's just doing her thing. No one's talking to her. I think it would have made this game better because the NPCs, they bring a little bit to the story, but they're just fucking annoying, honestly. And yeah, there's a thing with the last level that incorporates some stuff with that just shouldn't have been there and was made phase one of the last boss really really annoying. The other phases were really fun, but yeah, it just kind of it falls off. But when you're in the levels, you're jamming to the music. Some of the levels have amazing music. It's like I said, there's high highs and level design, music, combat, uh, it's all very good, but there were just some interesting design choices with this game. It's a good game. It could have been great. So
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, you know what? I'm still glad you got it. 18 years or something like that
yeah,
after 3. Maybe we haven't seen the sales numbers. We're not going to get a lot of information from Nintendo because we only ever get their digital sales, not their physical. Maybe it sells well enough, and we get a revisit to one and Metroid Prime 2 and 3.
I'm hoping. I've heard the mouse controls are really really good on this game, and I'm hoping they just release a Prime trilogy, Prime 2 Echoes and Prime 3 Corruption with the mouse controls. Cuz we got a trilogy on Wii with the Wii controls. Let's see a trilogy remaster with the mouse controls on Switch too. They could charge $100 for that, and it would be a great value because I mean the Prime Phazon trilogy is some of the best Metroid out there. So I would love to see them do that. Who knows if they're going to? And please, Nintendo, don't let it take another fucking 18 years for the next one. Don't take 18 years for Prime 5, please. Uh, let's just. This game should have came out in like 2019, 2020. They took so long with it. I don't know. I think there were some missteps along the way. I think there were some changes along the way, and it should have just been a Switch game. So it's impressive how technologically advanced it is that it's a Switch game. They did a great job with the Switch 2 edition, and it looks phenomenal. It's great. I showed you the intro, man. Like that's like, oh shit, we're in Nintendo next gen now. So that's exciting. So yeah, Prime 4, I still recommend it. It's a great Metroid game. If you're a fan of Metroid, you'll love it. Story drops off the end. Oh well, lots not explained, but maybe they're gonna explain it through the trilogy. I don't know, but damn it, we've been waiting 18 years for this. Let's get a full game, maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna be diving more into Ghosts, and I'll report back on that. Maybe I'll beat it. Who knows? But I'll report back on that the next episode. But that's what I've been playing. I'm super fucking close to getting Hades 2 on Switch too, because man, that game's sitting at a 94. I'm a huge fan of the original, but I want to hold off and I want to wait for the PS5, but I'm really close to getting it on the Switch too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't blame you if you went and got it on the Switch too, just for the sake of being like, fuck it, I need it and I need it now.
Yeah. So we'll see. And then yeah, we're gonna be playing Remnant 2. And other than that, yeah, the next big new title I feel like is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined in February of next year. We kind of have a lull in January, at least I do. So maybe play some catch up. Who knows?
That's definitely the plan, all the way up until, let's just say when the new year starts, because it gets really crowded really fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at, because if I'm not mistaken, and I'm looking, February kicks it off. The end of February, very end of February is 27th, and the
beginning of February.
Oh yeah,
February 5th is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined.
Oh, see, I thought it was March for some reason. Ignore me, folks. I'm an idiot. But you're right. We got a couple of weeks to play catch up, and the Dragon Quest right before RE. That's going to be rough. That's a focus game. Then
I mean, it's almost a full month. So Dragon Quest comes out February 5th, and then Resident Evil Requiem comes out February 27th. So, but for Dragon Quest, I hear you for sure.
Yeah, you
We'll
remember
see.
11.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess. I mean, they said they streamlined it. And if you don't have Game Informer, what are you doing? Amazing magazine. It came back. The last issue they released, physical. We got it. They have an incredible section on Dragon Quest VII explaining what the game is, how it plays, and how they streamlined it. And they even have a separate section on the history of Dragon Quest and what brought them to remake 7, what's next, and where the fuck 12 is. So it's yeah,
Give it to us.
yes, exactly. It's a great read. It's like 10 pages or something. So yeah. I'm excited. So yeah, that's what we're playing. What do you say we get into the main topic, which is basically the Game Awards and everything announced, and let's just go through the winners first. What do you say?
Yeah, I figure we can just go over them real quick. For anybody that, for some reason, a week later hasn't heard who won.
Right.
Who won what, should I say?
Yeah, I mean, right. If you didn't see the Game Awards, I know a lot of people that didn't watch the Game Award. We're just going to give you a recap on who won. We're not going to go through the nominees. If you want to know the nominees, hey, go back like 2 episodes or 1 episode ago, and we do predictions and vote and talk about the nominees. So right now, we're just going to go through the winners. So I'll just rapid fire and do how they were announced, the order they were announced, and who won. So, what do you say? You want to get into it?
Let's do it.
All right. So, first, maybe this is how they were announced. I don't know. Best family game, Donkey Kong Bonanza won. Innovation and accessibility, Doom: The Dark Ages, which is awesome. We saw Doom get a win, and that's awesome. Best esports game, Counter-Strike 2. Best esports athlete, Chovy. Best esports team, Team Vitality. Weren't these like all your votes for the esports stuff?
I had League in there, but CS2 doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Best mobile game, which I don't really care about. Uma Masame Pretty Derby. This
you got it really close. Close enough,
what?
Man.
Oh, how do you say it?
Uma
Masame?
Yeah, Uma Masame.
I'm trying to learn Japanese, so this is good. I need to learn how to pronounce it. Uma Masame Pretty Derby. This is about anime girls and you ride them. am I mistaken, or is that correct?
From my rudimentary, and I mean very limited understanding, yeah, that's a great synopsis. In one of those, explain the game badly in one sentence.
Right. Yeah, we have some listeners of the show that I think have played it or are interested in playing it. But hey, you do you. Best indie game. This is the only one it won. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That was the only one win it got for the evening. So it's good to see them getting at least this win. I'm kidding. Claire swept, as you're going to hear. And I knew it would happen. Best adaptation. This surprised me. The Last of Us Season 2. I voted for Devil May Cry. I thought Minecraft movie was going to win. Last of Us Season 2 won it, which was interesting. Best action game, Hades 2. Love to see it. Best performance, another Claire Obscure winner. Jennifer English, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. She, of course, voiced Mael in Claire Obscure and was incredible. Her and another character kind of were the anchors of that universe, if you will. Games for Impact, South of Midnight. And we actually got an announcement from South of Midnight. It's coming to PS5. So maybe you might check that out. I've heard mixed things. So I don't know. It sounds up my alley. Kind of looks like a Kana type game, but who knows? We'll see. Best ongoing game, No Man's Sky got this win. Best audio design. This was a surprise. Battlefield 6. Content creator of the year, Moist Critical. It was funny because he was watching the Game Awards. He's like, please don't let it be me. Please don't let it be me. And it's like, and Keeley was like, Moist Critical. And he's like, oh, look at that. Cool. And he hasn't talked about it since.
Not
That's
even. I haven't watched it. From my understanding, the very next day he released another, 12-minute video or something, and he continued to like covering the TGAs, but he continued on like business was usual. Didn't mention he won. He was just like, oh yeah, that's what's going on in the news, and that was
mhm.
it. So, gee, I wonder why he won.
Right. Well deserved. Well deserved. Best fighting game, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Never played it. Congratulations, though. Most anticipated game, this was a shocker, Grand Theft Auto 6. Oh, boy. My vote was 007 First Light. I think that was your vote, too.
Yep.
We knew Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to win. I have no interest in that game, though. I've heard it's doing some really crazy shit, like with AI and stuff, though. I definitely have my eye on this game, but I don't think I'm going to get it. Best action adventure. So happy to see this game get one of the wins, even though the developer was being a little bitch and didn't come to the Game Awards. That would be Hollow Knight Silk Song. Team Cherry didn't come because they're like, oh, we're not going to win anything. Well, guess what? You fucking won something, you whiny babies. And you go to the Game Awards to support the video games and your fellow developers, you little bitches.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're not wrong.
piss me
It-
off.
yeah, that was a little weird. Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, we're not going to be able to make it, and if you keep it whatever, that's fine. And be like, hey, we're unable to for keep it private, right? But to
Right.
just go out there and say, well, it's because we know this guy's going to win. That's not cool, man. That
No.
I know we say some wild shit on this cast, but damn, man.
Yeah, no, it's not cool. Hollow Knight was phenomenal. We have some Hollow Knight news, I think, that we're
Mhm.
going to talk about, which I don't know. Kind of, I was like, oh, whatever. Fuck you, Team Cherry. You made an awesome game, but that was uncool. And you could have not come and be like, oh, we can't make it. Sorry. But you said, we're not coming because Claire is going to win all the awards and we don't even think we should be there. And then you won an award. You fucking idiots. So, whatever. All right. You ready to rapid fire some Claire Obscure? Best art direction, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Best sim strategy game, our Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles won that, so that's cool. Best debut indie game, which I don't agree they should have won this. I think other things should have won for many reasons, but this was Claire Obscure Expedition 33 as well. I don't think Claire Obscure Expedition 33 was a true indie game. Yes, they had an independent publisher and they are an independent developer, but there are games that were self-published and were more independent. Yeah.
Yeah, and folks, I know this is a highly debated topic, but like, even though I've seen and go back, people have traced back. The internet never forgets, right? And they've gone back and they looked at some of the original Reddit posts for recruitment, and they
Mm-hmm.
say specifically AA game
Mm-hmm.
project. Well, if it's a AA game
Yep.
project, why is it in the indie environment? And you got to ask yourself, for the health of the video game awards and the health of the industry, in the spirit of things, was Claire an indie game?
Right. Yeah. They shouldn't have been in that category. That's the only category I don't think they deserved to win. Because it technically wasn't a true indie game. There were others that were.
There were two indie categories, and they won both of them. And I'm like,
Yeah.
save some for the rest of the community.
Right. Exactly. This next category, though, they absolutely deserve to win. It's one of the best we've heard in a while. Best score in music, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Best sports racing game. This was surprising. I thought Sonic was going to win it, but nope. Mario Kart World won it. I haven't played Sonic. I have played Mario Kart, so I don't know for if which one's better. But Mario Kart was underwhelming in my opinion. So I don't know. Best community support, Baldur's Gate 3. Awesome. Love to see a Larian win there. Best VR AR game, The Midnight Walk. Cool. I saw a trailer for this at one of the events. This looked cool. I never picked it up. Best RPG, 100%, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Well deserved. Player's Voice, Wuthering Waves. Apparently, if you get free shit in the game and you vote, then you're going to win that category. So there it is. Wuthering Waves, a Miho Yoho and a bottle of rum game, which I'm not interested in, but yeah, congratulations or whatever. Best narrative, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Best multiplayer game, we called this Arc Raiders. Best game direction. This was the closest between Death Stranding 2 and Claire Obscure Expedition 33, but ultimately Claire Obscure Expedition 33 won it. I mean, the director of the game did just kind of compile people from SoundCloud, Reddit, and is a former Ubisoft dev that kind of just assembled the Avengers from everywhere on the internet and made this incredible title. So I don't know. I think it deserved it, but a lot of people said that Death Stranding 2 should have won it. What do you think?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I At the end of the day, I think Death Stranding 2 did it better. We talked about this on the cast, but
Sure.
when you're talking about game direction, you talk about keeping the ship and keeping the soul of the game in place. And don't get me wrong, I think Claire is an amazing game, folks. I'm not a Claire hater. I love that fucking game with all of my heart.
Mhm.
But Kojima is the GOAT for a reason. Like,
Yeah. Yep. I mean, this was a first IP, first game of the studio, so it is a little more impressive. Kojima has been in the game for a while. He made Metal Gear Solid. He made a lot of games under Konami. But then he started his own studio, created Death Stranding. That's impressive. Now he's on to the sequel, so he's got a lot of experience and resources under his belt. So I mean, this Guillaume guy kind of came out of nowhere, and I don't know. I think Claire deserves it, but hey, that's debatable. So the last but not least, game of the year. Who won it? We all fucking predicted this. I said from day one, at the end of April, after I finished Claire Obscure Expedition 30, I said this is the game of the year. And guess what? Claire Obscure Expedition 33 won game of the year. I've been saying it all year. They have it in the bag, and they got it. So that's 11 nominees and 9 wins for Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I think they broke records at the Game Awards.
they did. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Sandfall. You made a hell of a game. You're right. There's some nuance, not around just Claire, but some of the other stuff with the award winners and there's some drama in there. But Sandfall made one hell of a game, and all I can say is you put the bar pretty high. So when you come for your next game, please let it be Expedition 60. You have a lot. You set that bar pretty high, so don't phone it in. I'm not. I'm confident they won't. But there's a reason the phrase sophomore slump kind of sticks around.
Yeah. I hope this is a one and done, and I do not want a sequel. I don't even know if they can do a sequel for reasons we can't talk about, but I really hope this is their one and only Claire Obscure game, because it's a masterpiece and it's a game of the generation and a game that comes around every once in a while, honestly. So well deserved. They won a ton of awards, and man, what a game. If you haven't played it, then what are you doing? You should go play it. I think it's on sale. And when they won, they announced new DLC for it, free for everyone. And it's literally a thank you update for the players. So that's really cool. It's really awesome of Sandfall to do that. They brought their entire crew to the Game Awards. They were all wearing the French outfits, and it's just really great to see an indie developer. A lot of indies were nominated for Game of the Year. I think half of the lineup was indie in quotes. But congratulations, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I love this game. This game touched me in ways not many games have in decades. And I loved to see all the wins they got. Well deserved. So,
Yeah, because I think about that. That's really good. You make a good point. If we look at Game of the Year, Claire Obscure technically was indie. It won indie game, right? Um, you have Death Stranding 2 on the beach, which by in of itself, it fell into the same category as Claire Obscure, if on the technical level, can be
Mhm.
regarded as an indie. You have Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is fine. Hades 2, indie. Hollow Knight Silksong, indie. Like this was a year of independent games that at least in spirit that absolutely smashed the competition. So I'm so
Oh yeah,
glad it's like a renaissance a
wrestling.
renaissance of
Yeah,
the video game industry, and I'm here for it, man.
absolutely. I don't know if I can give Death Stranding any indie title because I mean PlayStation fucking published it. PlayStation is not an independent developer. They are a triple A, big time, one of the biggest publishers. So I mean, Hades 2 was self published, Silk Song was self published, and then Claire Obscure had an independent publisher, if that makes sense. So yeah,
Yeah, they had a publisher. They had somebody
right.
put it out there for them. So
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, congratulations. What a year for gaming. And that wasn't all that we got at the Game Awards. We got the winners, but we also got a slew of news and new announcements for some games we already knew about, updates for those games, and some really fucking awesome surprises. So uh let's get into that, shall we? For me, there were 11 takeaways, and like games that I'm really excited about that got some updates or surprises. But and then out of those, four of those were incredible surprises that I was like, oh my god, holy shit! So yeah, a lot of it definitely what we'll be talking about wasn't for us, but doesn't necessarily mean it was bad. And we'll get all into it. So how many surprises were there for you? Did you kind of take count of like your takeaways and surprises?
I wouldn't say necessarily. Well, let's put it this way. I was thinking about it, but there is one announcement, and it's at the near the very end that's been in my head so much I can't get it out. Like,
we we all watched it in person, and we with this announcement we all jumped up and like Bo was dancing and you were just like running around in circles like it was it was a it was an announcement for the ages, man. So let's get into it. What they kick it off with at the pre-show?
yeah, let's get this started. So, the very first, right out the gate, which I thought was awesome, we got a pre-order trailer for the upcoming Capcom game Pragmata. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
this they showed off some more in more gameplay footage, newer stuff, but more importantly, they gave us a release date. This is scheduled to come out April 24th of next year. I know we all said, yeah, we're playing this. We're playing this. Day one. I can't, unfortunately, because I'm going to be at Level Up Expo in Vegas at that time. Sorry. But Pragmata, I got to say, I don't know if you saw this, but from when we saw the initial, I don't want to say the initial reveal trailer, but when it was finally revived and came back to the limelight last year, they cleaned things up a lot. I
Mm-hmm.
I was concerned about frame dips and stuff. In this latest trailer, you guys can go see it on YouTube. Uh, it looks clean. I'm seeing 60 pretty much damn near across the board.
Oh, I agree. I've been excited for the premise of this game ever since it was announced, what, like 4 years ago or something like that. But and then we got some gameplay, and I was like, it's looking a little rough. But then this last gameplay section or sliver we got, it's looking cleaned up, polished. I'm very excited for this game. I have like a tears of excitement for games. Like it's like, oh yeah, cool. I have my eye on this, right? And then it's like, oh, this looks awesome. I'm putting it on my list. But then my final tier is this looks fucking awesome. I'm getting it day one, and I'm fucking pre-ordering it. Pragmata is that game, and I actually pre-ordered it today.
Same here. No, I did Saros. Or was it Pragmata? No, I did Saros because I'm
I
not
did
going to be
both.
around. Yeah, of course you would. I don't blame you, dude. I'm all over it. This game was near the bottom of my anticipated list, but the more I see and what they're doing and how they're like polishing it, I go, oh
Hmm.
shit, this is a real contender
Yeah,
for my anticipated of the year.
Yeah, I was always intrigued on the premise and the concept of it, but when they like started giving us gameplay and that hacking uh, mechanic with the combat, that looks really unique, and I think that's going to be a really cool hook for the flow of the game. So I think this game is going to do really well. I think Capcom will nail it. I think they've had enough time to really polish it and deliver a premium experience for us. So this game is high on my list for a what I'm excited for in 2026. I think Capcom's going to hit it out of the park, and I think we're looking at a 80s to mid 80s game coming out, and I think it's going to be in like the top 10 games of the year. I really think they have a gem on their hands, and I think it's going to be great. I can't wait to see more, and I can't. Well, actually, I don't want to see any more because I have it pre-ordered. I'm sold, and yeah, I can't wait to get it in my hands and play it. And we got a release date finally.
That was that was the one thing I was most curious about is we would get a release date on that. And I mean that not only makes this game real, it makes it real at this point. Because I don't think you're going to do a GTA, so to speak. And yeah, we'll look forward to that come April. This
April
next
25th. We got
24th.
25th or 24th?
24th is a Thursday, and game releases happen on a Thursday. So I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. Huh. Maybe I have it wrong. Interesting. Which was like, oh, that's an awesome release time. But then we got an announcement and a silent delay, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. But before we get to that one, next on this list was I heard rumors about something for this for in this area, if you will, and that's coming from Argonaut Studios, which is led by Casey Hudson, known for his glorious work on Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. It has announced that he is officially working on a new Star Wars game in the universe of the Knights of the Old Republic. This one being called Fate of the Old Republic. We don't have much other than a teaser trailer, a minute and a half teaser trailer, and my God, dude, it looks beautiful. I'm curious to see what and ultimately comes to it, but between I don't know about you, but between Knights of the Old Republic and the Jedi Survivor series, those are the two Star Wars series of games that really connect with me.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. This was one of the 4 big surprises that I'm very excited about. By the way, Pragmata was one of my takeaways, one of my 11 takeaways. But this trailer, I think I called it really early on. Like they showed the ship, and then they showed the inside of the ship, the cockpit, and I was like, "That's Star Wars."
And yeah, you did
it,
call it early.
Yeah, and it was revealed at the end, like she was looking and she activated her lightsaber, which was really cool because half of her face was blue and half of her face was red. Because as you know, in the Old Republic games, you can choose light or dark. So yeah, this was an incredible announcement. And then they were like Star Wars Fate. And then of the Old Republic came in like a second later. So, man, what an announcement. Casey Hudson did Knights of the Old Republic. Apparently, maybe we're getting a Knights of the Old Republic remake at some point that was announced at one of the State of Plays. And yeah, this is a huge surprise. Love Star Wars. It was a CG trailer, nothing in game. This game is in early development. We'll probably see it in like 4 or 5 years, 2029, 2030. Who knows? Might be a PS6 game. I don't care. I'm excited. And it's really great to see a sequel to Knights of the Old Republic. Probably one of the best Star Wars games ever made, honestly. I love the Jedi games. I thought that this was initially a Jedi, the third Jedi, because we got Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor, and then EA is working on the third Jedi game. But this was, I think, probably the best announcement we could ever hope for the Star Wars IP in general.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have that conversation with anybody that wanted to debate it. Knights of the Old Republic 1, 2 is superior, in my opinion, but those two are top tier Star Wars games. You
Mhm.
really get to role play it, and there's a lot of good action elements. The storytelling is amazing. The characters are written really well. So I'm curious to see what they do with Fate of the Old Republic here. It has my attention. This gives them time maybe to do a re-release of KOTOR 1 and 2, kind of in anticipation. Arcanaut Studios, all I ask, Casey, do not do a Bethesda and walk away for 10 years. Just keep working at it, man.
Yep. Yeah. Can't wait to see what you're cooking up. And this is a game I'm going to be looking for at the events for sure. So this is a game that's on my radar now. So that was one of my four big surprises.
Same here. Absolutely. Even though I knew it was coming, it still surprised me. uh,
Right.
so next on the list, surprising to nobody, because the internet is a bunch of super sleuths, was and I felt it was weird in its placement, but we can get to that later. Was the statue explanation, and it is from Larian. Surprise, surprise! Everybody called it. It is a new Divinity game. For people that don't know, Divinity is Larian's Baldur's Gate. It's their IP. It's plays like Baldur's Gate. It has its own lore. Um, Definitely worth checking out. And as far as it is, I understand it. It's been confirmed that this new Divinity game, and it's just called Divinity, from what I can see, is going to be it's going to be a CRPG.
Yes, that has been confirmed by Larian. So, uh, I was initially excited by this. I didn't know what kind of game we were getting, but top down CRPG, kind of like Baldur's Gate, just not my style. I have my eye on it though. The CG trailer was wicked. And really fucking cool. So I love the concept, but depending on the genre and how it plays is if I'm interested. So I didn't put this on my takeaways or my surprises because I don't know if I'm interested or not. I need to see more. It was a
Yeah,
CG trailer. I mean, yeah, Star Wars was a CG trailer too, but we know what we're getting from Star Wars, right? It KOTOR was a third person RPG action RPG. But this one might be a CRPG, which I'm not
it, it's
fond
not
of.
a Mac. It won't be a Mac game, but
No.
this game is going to hit really well.
Yes.
I think it's gonna smash records.
Well,
Just like it's like the current discourse around Larian. For I didn't put it in the news because I didn't want to get too deep into it. But their CEO recently went on talking up on the tours, doing the interviews, typing up the game, and mentioned the scary words AI. And the internet went ahead and blew up on him so much that he fired back. All I got to say, folks, at the end of the day, AI is a genie out of the bottle, cat out of the bag situation. There's no putting it back in. And secondly, if you don't want to buy Divinity because the CEO Sven said the scary words AI, that's okay. Baldur's Gate 3 probably used the same process and still won Game of the Year. So guess what? Larian's gonna fucking nail it. And if you know what, you do you, man. But I'm just saying, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot and taking yourself away from something that's going to be phenomenal.
yeah, I'm rooting for him. I want to see gameplay ultimately, and then I'll determine if I'm going to get it or I'm excited for it. But I think it, I like seeing gameplay. These CG trailers are interesting, they're intriguing, but ultimately, at the end of the day, I like seeing what I'm going to be playing.
Yeah, I get it, man. But yeah, if you like Baldur's Gate, there's more incoming.
Heck yeah.
Outside of that, next on our list, this one is coming from Wildflower Interactive, Coven of the Chickenfoot. Um,
Yeah.
this looks like a game similar to the Messenger, not the Messenger.
Last
Uh,
Guardian.
Last Guardian kind of a situation. It's very cartoony in terms of its color palette. I know I remember this game for one thing, Matt, and I don't know if you remember this. When we were watching it, we're all laughing because you're playing this old lady as she's guiding this creature along, but she
Mhm.
has chicken feet the whole time, and they don't explain why she has chicken feet until you get to the title of the game at the very end of the trailer.
Right. It's crazy. Do you know the significance of Wildflower Interactive though?
I know the name.
Yeah. Do you know who founded that developer?
No, no, no. Inform me, my friend. I love this.
Bruce Straley. Do you know who that is?
I know that name.
Bruce Straley was one of the lead creatives for Naughty Dog.
Uh huh.
Uh, and he had a hand in Crash. He had a huge hand in Uncharted, The Last of Us. So that's significant. And honestly, I'm still not interested. It looks crazy, but yeah, Wildflower is Bruce Straley's new developer, and it's cool to see them going this genre. I guess he said he's always had this idea and wanted to implement this with new devs. So yeah, it's like it reminds me of Studio Ghibli, and it's like this old lady. I don't know of any other game that we played an old lady, especially with chicken feet. But we watched this and we were like, "What the fuck is going on?" So I'm curious to see how it plays. I mean, they did show us a lot of gameplay, but like I don't even know what we were watching. I was too confused to even be excited for this, and I don't think it's really my style. So, and there's so many games coming out. Some games have to be tossed by the wayside, but I'm rooting for it. I hope it does well. It's very artistic, and if you're into this kind of stuff, by all means, go check out the trailer and yeah, play this game. Looks awesome.
Yeah. Um.
Not for me.
No, definitely. And that one's probably a pass. This next one maybe in my. I got to see more. It's still early on, right? From fictional games being published by Kepler Interactive. Hope I say this right. Ontos. Um, this is a as the way it has been described is a creepy sci-fi thriller game, first-person shooter. In Ontos, players take the role of Adi Anamai, an engineer exploring the moon hotel of Samsara for the truth about her father. The gameplay, well, I'll just say it. They'll have to figure out how to get around in this strange and scary environment. As Frictional says, there's no singular solution to obstacles in Ontos. Players will have to find their own way and face the consequences of their actions.
Mm-hmm.
So sounds like some dynamic storytelling. This has my attention, but I need to see more. We just know it's 2026. Is this caught your attention at all, Matt?
No. It's well, I mean, it's cool. Soma was cool, but I know how Soma plays. This is a little too much on the adventure side for me. Uh, and it's just not my style, not my type of game. It has some survival horror to it, but I think it's more of an adventure, like figure out a puzzle. Because I watched Soma being played. I never played it, but it's not my type of game. Same developer, so yeah. If I see more, I hate to be this guy, but I just like a little bit more action with my games. So I like action adventure. I usually steer away from the adventure heavy games. So yeah, not on my takeaway or my surprises, unfortunately. Just not for me, I don't think.
Yeah, no worries. I get it, man. This next one I doubt is for you. I don't know,
No.
maybe, but this is coming from Bad Robot Games, which is co-helmed. Excuse me, by Brian Burke and J.J. Abrams. Yes, the film and television directors and creative minds over there. For Loop, the number 4:Loop. It is a 4-player co-op shooter set in an original sci-fi universe. You'll have to experiment, improvise, and see if you can beat the odds. Based on what I can see, and I haven't looked too much into this because it didn't grab my attention, it kind of has a little bit of a maybe a sci-fi roguelite 4-player co-op thing going on. It looks cool. I'm not necessarily sure it's my cup of tea, but if you like your friend slop, as I like to say, style games, definitely keep your eye out for it. I'm assuming this isn't for you, right?
It is not for me. I heard it's free to play. It's yeah, not not for me. I'm not interested in this style of game. If it's single player narrative heavy, action adventure, yeah, maybe. But uh, from what I saw, it kind of looks like it's gonna maybe. I mean, PlayStation's publishing it, so that's cool. But it might just be a fart in the wind because I haven't heard a lot of excitement about it. And I hope it does well. Just not for me, I don't think. From what I saw, I know these types of games. And yeah, I'm not interested.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what you are interested in because I'm it's on my list. Was
Eh,
the
maybe.
you still got to see more? Was
Yeah.
the was the third trailer for Capcom's next big hit coming out in February, followed by their next one in April. February 27th, which we've talked about before, is the Resident Evil Requiem. They gave us trailer 3. Why give us another trailer? We know the release date. We know what's going on. That's because they announced our boy Leon S. Kennedy is coming back. He is in the, not only is he in the game, but he's playable alongside Grace. This was another one of those jump up and down moments, man.
Absolutely. And if you guys, yeah, you can't really see the sarcasm in my eyes, or maybe you can hear it in my voice. But yeah, no, this is not a, maybe I'm excited. I am super excited for this game. This is one I pre ordered as well. Huge Resident Evil fan. I called this fucking shit the moment Resident Evil 9 Requiem was shown. So this isn't in my surprise. This was a takeaway because I knew Leon was going to be in the game. We knew it. I told you. I fucking told you all Leon will be in this game. They are teasing the RPD. Not only is he in the game, to my surprise, this was a huge surprise, he's playable. And he's going to be in half the fucking game. And he did a roundhouse kick on a zombie. This, we jumped up and down. I brought my Leon poster over. I fucking manifested that shit. Let's go. One of my most anticipated games for 2026.
Yeah, dude. I've gone back and watched his trailer so many times. Like
Mm-hmm.
even when he steps out of the car,
Yep.
pulls up and he starts they start that like
The
heavy
music.
metal
Yeah.
music going. You're like, "Oh, which sets the
Mm-hmm.
tone." And I thought about this later. I'm really interested to see it. I'm going to go in the dark. I don't care. I don't need to know. I want to
Right.
be surprised. Is there are 3 ways they can do the storytelling. They can do it Resident Evil 1/2 style, where you're playing one campaign and then you play another campaign, but you kind of see the effects of the other character. And like maybe a choice they made. You could do Resident Evil 4, where it's kind of like a, oh, hey, this is an escort style, which wouldn't make any sense because Grace is playable. Or I'm sorry, not Resident Evil 4. I apologize, folks. Resident Evil 0, where you can dynamically switch between characters, which would do
Didn't they
really
hint to that?
I they kind of did, but I haven't seen it confirmed yet. And please don't tell me. I want to stay in the dark.
Sure. Gotcha.
They could do that, or we could go back to our Resident Evil 5 ways and just go full out blow on co-op, because I would love to do a couch co-op with you on that. But I don't think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
probable. I don't think
Dude,
that's
we should
possible.
play 5. We should totally play 5 couch co-op. That'd
Oh,
be
I'll be
fun.
down. It's the best way
Yeah.
to play that game.
Oh, absolutely.
I know it gets a lot of hate, but I enjoyed it because I played it couch co-op with a friend for about 72 hours. We didn't do anything but drink beer and play Resident Evil.
Yep. I played it with a friend too on the 360. We went through professional and everything. So that was fun. Here's how I think they're going to do it. Nothing's been confirmed. This is just a theory of mine. I think you're going to start out. They did say, and you heard this, that Grace will be more survival horror and Leon
Uh-huh.
will be more action oriented. I think we're going to get a combination of what you just said. I think it's going to start with Grace, survival horror. She's going to be incapacitated somehow, maybe kidnapped or something. Then Leon's going to come in and it's going to be more action. You're going to meet up with Grace, and then it becomes a more of a Resident Evil 4 companion game where you're guiding her through. So, and Ashley's going to show up and be like, Leon. No.
Oh my gosh. Please do not. She's gonna roll out of a locker. Leon,
Right.
help.
Right. One person I hope we see is Ada, because
mm-hmm.
man, there have been some other characters confirmed, which we won't talk about because it's kind of a leak. Unfortunately, I had it leaked, but it wasn't Ada. Let's just say that Ada's still in the dark, and we'll see if she shows up. I really hope she does. That'd be amazing. Where you have Leon, you gotta have Ada, right?
Yeah, they kind of like peanut butter and jelly, man. You gotta
Exactly.
have them. Have
Yeah,
one, you
maybe
have the other.
Claire. Maybe Claire show up. That'd be cool. But
Don't
yeah,
don't give me hope. I already got enough from this Game Awards.
yeah. This was definitely one of my takeaways. I mean, seeing Leon playable, that could have very well been a huge surprise. I really thought they were gonna maybe just have him in the background, just as an NPC. But dude, seeing him playable, see him if you watch the trailer, he's got the fucking chainsaws. Wow! It's such a callback, man. I love it. It's fan service, and I am being serviced as a fan.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me middle-aged Leon because
Right.
they made him look good for a reason.
Yep, exactly. So I couldn't be more excited about this. I'm so glad they finally unveiled it. And yeah, our boy Leon's back, baby.
I'm so glad to hear this. All right, so next on our list, this game comes from Thekla Incorporated. Of The Witness. Their next game, finally, called Order of the Sinking Star, is a massive narrative puzzle adventure with more than 1,000 handcrafted puzzles and an unlikely cast of heroes. I don't think this one's for me, so I'll let you go ahead and give me any thoughts on that. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, somebody's knocking at my door.
Sure. No, I played Braid. This is a studio from Jonathan Blow, I believe, because he made The Witness and he is head of Thekla, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. We can verify that. I'm not interested in this. It looks cool. It just looks like a lot going on. And they said something like it takes fucking 250 hours to complete. I ain't got that. I ain't got time for that. So looks cool. Hope it does well. And yeah, Jonathan Blow's a great dev, so I wish him the best. This game doesn't look like it's for me.
Yeah, I like the premise, but when you say it's like over 1,000 puzzles, I kind of get worried about the creativity flaw that comes with that. So
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. I wish him the best. This is coming out in next year. No hard release date. This next one, not necessarily. Oh,
I'm
you're
excited for
shaking.
this one.
You are. All right.
I
All
am.
right. All
If
right.
we're talking
So
about the same thing.
this is Exodus, Rise of the
Mhm.
John Aslan. Okay. Well, in that case, you sounds like you're for it, man. Take it away, dude.
Rise of
What's got you going?
Yeah, no, the game's called Exodus. I think the trailer is Rise of June Oslin,
Yeah,
the
June
main
Aslan sounds
character.
right.
Yeah. So everything I saw is sci-fi adventure. Haven't really seen the gameplay loop and how it will play. But they did show gameplay, and it looks very third-person action adventure, uh, combat oriented with a really cool sci-fi story in space. Matthew McConaughey is one of the characters. That's cool. I've had my eye on Exodus for a while, so yeah, we'll see. It is from some of the developers of Mass Effect. So if we're looking at the choice based mechanics that affect the story flow of the game, I might be out on that, but we didn't see any of that. All we saw was fucking high action, cool combat, awesome enemies, cinematic maneuvers. Yeah, man. I'm excited for this game. I want to see more. It's on my list. Certainly haven't pre-ordered it. I don't even think we got a release date. I think it's still 2026, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I've been excited since this was announced. I'm happy to see more. This was one of my takeaways. So yeah.
Good, man. And I'm sorry, it's early 2027. That was on there.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it it's I'm saying it's not necessarily. I'm saying it's not for me. I'm just saying it's doesn't. I got to see more. Really. Let me clarify that. Just because it's still that far out, and it's a. I like the developer, but the publisher is kind of they're not on my friendly list right now. Which is Wizards of the Coast, WotC. So
You sure they're publishing
mhm.
it? Because they're publishing the next one. They're publishing Exodus too.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
Well, let's see more. I like the concept. I like the premise, and yeah,
Yep.
I I liked what I saw.
Yeah. We'll
We'll
see.
see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Because they are doing you alluded to it. We got a CG trailer for the next Wizards of the Coast game. Um, this one is a third-person single-player action adventure game
Fuck
called
yeah.
Warlock. Um, they had the music video. So the trailer was using a Tool song for its
Hmm.
for the music, and Wizards of the Coast, I've got a love hate relationship with you, but I gotta say, man, if Warlock, I need to see gameplay, but the concept of a Warlock, if you're like Wizards of the Coast D&D lore, is amazing, and that's what it sets up for. Because a Warlock is somebody who makes a pact with an otherworldly force.
Ooh.
So it could be anything. It's a contractual, it's a literal deal with the devil. So this has my attention. I need to see more, but we don't even really have a date for it just yet. They just say coming summer of 2026.
Right. Third person action adventure set in the Dungeons and Dragons universe with magic and all the fantasy shit. Yeah, I'm in. This was one of my takeaways. The cool thing is Game Informer. What?
Sorry, I just happened to scroll down, and I don't mean to distract you, man, but
You're good.
second comment has me rolling where they say can't wait to short rest at the end of every combat, which is a good joke if you know your D&D stuff, because warlocks
Mm,
get their spells at the end of a short rest, while all
mm.
other spellcasters get theirs at a long rest. And the difference being a short rest is 1 hour break, a long rest is an 8 hour sleep session, essentially. So to hear somebody say that is that person plays D&D. That's a
Yeah,
guarantee that person plays D&D.
nice. Yeah. That's funny. I don't know the D&D lore. I don't play D&D. I've played maybe 2 hours of it. Again, I'm not a choose your own adventure, create your own adventure type of guy. I like playing stuff that people have created for me. So, well, can't wait to see more about this game. Game Informer actually announced this is their cover of the next Game Informer issue. So we're going to hear and read a lot about that coming up soon in January, I think, when this issue releases. So that's awesome. And if it's a third person action adventure with fantasy heavy D&D elements, I think I'm in. I want to see more. This was definitely another takeaway for me. Very intrigued. I have my eye on it.
Yeah, same here, dude. You know what
Yep.
else I have my eye on?
Oh.
Yep. The other big takeaway on game that I'm excited for out of this, we finally got Remedy's new announcement. This was speculated for several weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and not only where was the internet right about it being announced at the Game Awards, they were right about the trailer. That's right. We're getting a sequel to Control called Control Resident. And this it's thrilling sci-fi adventure, action adventure RPG. You will be playing as Dylan Faden. Um, I am going. I'm going to say this much: he fights for the survival of humanity, and that's about all I can say. Because if I give anything else over, it's technically spoilers for every other Remedy game.
Yes, absolutely. He's a prominent NPC in Control. Let's just say that. And you very early on in the trailer, even before the trailer, when Keeley was explaining what he was about to show, you were like, "Oh, it's Control, it's Remedy." I was like, "Oh shit!" But then, which is well done. That was like a call out before we even saw the trailer. But then the moment I saw who it was, I was like, "Oh shit! You're going to be playing as Dylan." And then lo and behold, yes, you're going to be playing as Dylan. Open world this time, or open zone. And it's more action heavy, more melee heavy. He has this weapon that can just like transform into pretty much anything. And which is what's crazy is it makes total sense when you understand the story of Control, because it's a OOP, object of power, which can just kind of be anything. So, dude, it looks like a mix of Prototype and Infamous in the Remedy verse with Dylan, and he's got long hair and he looks awesome, and he has a dual sword hammer scythe fucking spear thing. Oh, count me in, dude. This was the second big surprise for me. I knew we were. I knew Control Resonant. They uh, trademarked the name, so we talked about it in the episode before the Game Awards. We were like, oh, we're probably going to see Control Resonant, but to finally see it and to see that it's a prototype / infamous style game, oh yes,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad I got Alan Wake 2 now. And I'm
yep.
going to finish that so I can be ready come 2026. So we don't have a date, but we got our window. So just stay
Take
on
my
top of it,
money.
Ren. Yeah. And if you know what, this is one of the very few games where I would say if you need to push it back because you need to polish it up or whatever, go ahead,
Yes,
take your time.
absolutely, always, always. So huge surprise. Loved what I saw and cannot wait for this game. One of my most anticipated for sure. One of for 2026.
Yeah. Because didn't we get FBC Firebreak this year? I'm
We don't
just
talk about FBC Firebreak.
my point is Remedy's like, oh, well, we're going to just move on. That's how you do
Yeah,
it, folks.
exactly.
Um,
Exactly. They had a lot cooking, and they I think they're making they're it's been confirmed Max Payne remaster.
I did hear about that. Yes,
Remake.
please.
Remake. Yeah.
Please keep that. Yeah, do that for me. This
Yeah.
next one definitely has my attention.
Mhm.
I'm excited for this one because this is coming from Negoshi Studio. Negoshi Studio naturally being named after Toshiniro Negoshi, one of the creators or the one of the ideal minds behind RGG's Yakuza series,
Mm.
revealed his first game since leaving several years ago, called Gang of Dragon. Um, I have to double check to see if I have a release date, but I don't think there is. It's just an announcement trailer. Dude, this game, I'm all for it.
Yeah, you're more excited than I am. I definitely have my eye on it. It intrigues me, but you're a big fan of the Yakuza series. I haven't played any of the games, so you have more of a foundation of what this game is going to be. But what we saw, apparently, an engine, which is extremely impressive. This game definitely intrigues me. I have my eye on it for sure. So wasn't a takeaway though, but it has my attention.
Yeah, I think if you this game is going to be a great if you are interested in that like mafia yakuza style adventure, which I know you are. This might be the place to go to because it's not going to be part of the Yakuza series. So this
Mm,
might be a good jumping point because there are a lot of Yakuza games and they are not
right.
short. So definitely, but we'll see. Go back, continue your production, and we'll see you when you're ready to announce a date.
My question is there going to be an actual dragon in the video game Gang of Dragon?
Uh, it's not out of the realm of possibility. This one looks a little
That's the
bit more
case.
grounded.
If that's the case, count me the fuck in.
Yeah, I say that because Yakuza is very grounded, like that we saw in this trailer, and then there's some really outlandish, wild shit, and it never takes itself too seriously. But yeah, absolutely. Maybe we'll see. Uh, this next thing was one of I think two. Well, I'll double check here, but one of two non-game video game specifically related announcements.
Mhm.
But I want to touch on it because I'm going to see this shit. Um, a live action Street Fighter movie is hitting your theaters everywhere October 16th of 2026. Um, and you can go online and look Street Fighter movie. This is Street Fighter with all of the campiness that you want to where it's so bad it's going to be good and you're ready for it, man. They've got you name a fucking actor or wrestler or fighter or rapper and they're in that movie, man.
Yep. I'm excited for it. Like you said, it's going to be such a bad movie. It's going to be good. I think they know what they're doing and they are uh adhering to the fans and what they want, and like the previous Street Fighter movies weren't great, and they're just kind of leaning into the craziness that is Street Fighter. So I'm not a big fan of Street Fighter. I know it's huge IP, and I mean there are a ton of fans, but I'm not a big fan of 2D fighters in general. I loved like Soul Calibur, Bloody Roar, Smash Brothers, but other than that, not a big fighting genre fan, we're gonna go see this movie. We're gonna laugh our asses off, roll our eyes, and it's gonna be great. And it's gonna be so bad that it will be fun.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, dude.
They
I'm
brought
I'm all for it.
they brought like the whole cast, and this is a crazy fucking cast. You got Jason Momoa as Blanca, like come on, fucking awesome.
Cody Rhodes is Guile, which
Yeah.
it's hard to see, but then you go watch the trailer, and it's
Mhm.
great. This is what you do. You understand that Street Fighter is wild on its own and premise and the characters, and you just put your shoulder into it, man. Uh,
Exactly.
and that's exactly what they're doing here. I'm so excited to see this. Fucking the Mountain from Game of Thrones is Zangief.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, but we'll look forward to that in October. This
Oh,
next
yeah.
one,
We'll
I
go
know
see it
it's
in theaters for sure.
yeah. This next one, I know it's all you, man.
Mm.
I love the this series of games, and I am interested, but they are also very crunchy in terms of the amount of hours you have to put into them. But we got Lego Batman:
So
Legacy of the
fun.
Dark Knight. A trailer for it. We did not have a release date before, but I guess we do now. Is coming to your console of choice. Pretty much everything. Yeah, it is everything. Outside of the OG Switch on May 29th of this coming year here. Um, I
Yep.
like it. It looks good, man. I know you're excited, right?
Oh, I love Lego games. They're amazing. They're you turn your brain off, some puzzles, a collectathon. The last one I played was Skywalker Saga. Dude, it's probably the most collectibles I've ever seen in a game. I platinumed it. Took about 80 hours. Uh, there are a total of probably like 3,000 collectibles in that game. So bring that concept, or no, I think this, it's gonna switch the formula up, and I think it's gonna be like a Arkham style game, but in Lego form. Sign me the fuck up. I know you haven't played any of the Arkham games. I know you got them. They're on your list. Hopefully, high up on your list. You gotta play them. But I'm a huge fan of Batman. Everyone loves Batman, and I think I think we're about to see a really, really good Lego game. It follows like every single movie. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but I'm excited. Like Batman Forever, The Batman, original Michael Keaton's Batman, of course, The Dark Knight. It it just has all of those aspects in the trailers, and I'm excited to see what they do, including the Gotham open world. I played Lego Batman 1 and Lego Batman 2. I didn't play 3. It kind of deviated from the formula and I never got around to it. And it was like the third one. And I was like, oh, but happy to see some more Lego Batman coming back. Can't wait to play this. I pre ordered it. It's day one. So love
Yeah.
me some Lego games. Incredible co op too. And I think it maybe they might do online co op because Lego Horizon did online co op. They might bring Lego co op into this. And dude, Lego games have an awesome co op.
They do. I I'm with you on collecting the gold bricks. It's one of those. It's comfort food. That's what a Lego
Yeah.
game is. They've been doing this for what 20 years now. You know, you think of name an IP like, and Telltale has pretty much done a Lego game on it, and I'm
TT.
good for, or TT. Sorry, not Telltale. TT.
TT games.
Um,
Did you ever play
but
the Harry Potter one?
fuck yeah, those were great.
Yeah. Harry Potter and the Star Wars complete saga on PS3 are some of my favorites. But the last one, Skywalker Saga, dude, name a planet in Star Wars and you could land on it and start fucking shit up with a lightsaber. So, but yeah, the Harry Potter, they did 1 through 4 and then years 4 through 8. Uh, that was awesome. Or 4 through 7, part 2, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was they've had some good ones. They've done Pirates of the Caribbean. They've done Indiana Jones. They've done a lot of Marvel. I'm surprised they didn't do the Infinity Saga, and that might be one they're cooking up. So who knows?
I'd be curious on that one.
Yeah.
Definitely. But you know what? If it lines up in time and it doesn't eat up into anything else, I'll definitely jump in and play with you and collect some of them gold bricks.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Ever since it was announced, it's been on my radar. Happy to see we got a release date.
Yep. These next So this next one, here's how I'm going to do this for you: is I'm going to take these and do it in a two, a one for two, because they were pretty much back to back. Um,
This is my
uh,
third surprise of the show because I am super excited for both these games.
Yeah. So we got two trailers back to back. One was a hey, congratulations. Do you want more? Here's the second helping. We got a teaser trailer for a new game in the Tomb Raider series called Tomb Raider Catalyst, coming in 2027. It's a quick teaser. Well, it is a teaser trailer, right? So it's a very short CGI generated, but it looks good. It looks exciting, and that's all we have for it. And because we're sorry we only gave you a teaser trailer, we got another Tomb Raider announcement right after, in Tomb Raider Legacy of the Atlantis, which comes out this year. 2026 is the window we've been given. This is a reimagining of the original adventure on from PlayStation 1 way back in the 1999, the late 1900s, as the kids would say. I'm all over that shit, dude.
Yeah. And dude, Laura looks great. Her new model in both games. Oh, they nailed it. They definitely nailed it. I'm extremely excited for Catalyst. Loved the Tomb Raider trilogy that we recently got. It was Tomb Raider and then Tomb Raider Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So happy to see that they're starting a new trilogy. Happy to see they nailed Laura's model, and I can't wait for a new trilogy in the Tomb Raider series. As for Legacy of Atlantis, love to see it. Tomb Raider is a classic PS1 game, and they're bringing it back reimagined, probably maybe retconning some stuff for the next trilogy, so it hooks in. Maybe, who knows? But what we saw, again, they nailed Laura's model. She's back. She's got her guns. She's doing all the acrobatics. Give it to me. And I love the 2026 and 2027 dates. Like, it's like, oh, yeah, you're getting Tomb Raider for the next 2 years, maybe the next 4 years, right? They might do remake next game. Who knows? I don't know. But love to see Laura Croft, and can't wait to play both these games. These were, like I said, this is my third big surprise of the show, because we had it leak that we were going to see the remake of the original Tomb Raider, but then they gave us the Catalyst and they gave us both. We were like, oh, which one's it going to be? They dropped them both. So well done, Crystal Dynamics. Fuck yeah. And then Flying Wild Hog is helping with the remake of the original, which is awesome. Remember what Flying Wild Hog did?
They did. Yeah, I know the name. Why do I know that name?
Because I believe they did Shadow Warrior and Evil West.
That's what it was. It was the Evil West. Shadow Warrior series, but Evil West, fucking awesome.
Yep.
That's right. I'm looking at this again. Oh yeah, dude. And I love how you mentioned the story and possibly retconning.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to say, I think if you can get away with a series or a IP, I think it's the Tomb Raider series, because to be quite honest, Tomb Raider, I always paralleled it as like with Uncharted, and to be honest, I do not play Tomb Raider for the story. I play it for the action. I play it for the visuals. Hello,
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
And it was they were great action games back in the day. They haven't aged well, so I'm glad you're doing a reimagining. Give me more Lara Croft, baby.
Yep. Agreed. Can't wait. Crystal Dynamics is cooking. Can't wait to see more.
Yep. Next one's not really for it's not for you either. This is coming from Quarter Up. We got a release date for Invincible Versus, which is based off of the help me out. I think it's Amazon Studios animated series. It's a superhero based one. We got a release date. It's a 2D action fighter, coming April 30th of this year. So you're going to put it right behind a few other big games that were announced as well. Not for me, but if you're into 2D fighters, go check it out. It visually looks good, and it looks like it might be a fun game to play.
Yeah, looks cool. Definitely not for me. I'm not familiar with the IP, and I'm not a fan of 2D fighters. So I hope it does well, and I'm excited for those who are excited for it.
Um, let's see. Next one is a coming April 28th. For those of you that play Diablo 4, the big DLC called Lord of Hatred, which is a recurring character from my understanding in the lore, is coming and being released April 28th of this year. I don't think they're going to bump into any issues because Diablo fans are Diablo fans. All I can say is this trailer looked fucking sick.
Yeah. Blizzard always has amazing CG trailers. I think this is like the first big expansion for Diablo, if I'm not mistaken. I don't play Diablo. I don't play Diablo 4. I like watching their CG trailers, but I have no interest.
Yep. Let's see what else we got here. A couple of smaller announcements. I'll just rapid fire this for you. Season 6 for Marvel Rivals was announced, and Deadpool is on the roster officially. Coming January
Exciting.
16th. Coming
Yeah.
January 16th for the Marvel Rival fans out there. We got a announcement for the boss reveal for 007 First Light, which is going to be played by Lenny Kravitz himself,
Mhm.
which is a little interesting. I'm curious to see how it goes, but definitely 007 First Light coming out of the early part of next year. So
Yeah.
we talked about it extensively. This
Villain
next,
reveal.
yep, villain reveal. They're giving us little pieces, aren't they? Just little
Mhm.
nuggets along the way. Don't stop. I'm good. I'm going to buy
Right.
your fucking game.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I have it pre-ordered. It's my
uh,
most anticipated game of 2026.
Yeah, for a reason.
Mhm.
This next one is we're both excited for, dude. This was another one of those announcements. I was like, yes, finally, we're gonna see
Yeah.
more of it. Not only are we gonna see more of it, we finally got what I wanted, which is the release date. This is coming from Housemark, PlayStation first party IP, Saros or Saros. I still don't know.
Saros. It's Saros.
Okay. Is coming April 30th. This game is pre-ordered. I am all on it, dude. Based
Same here.
not in the same universe, but pretty much the same thing premise as Returnal.
Yep. Super excited. Loved Returnal. It's got a silent delay. This was originally announced to be coming out in March. I think because another game is coming out in March that they moved it to April, which unfortunately they moved it to April 30th, which is 6 days after Pragmata. So that's unfortunate. That's my first conflict, which I'm not sure which one I'll play first. Probably, well, Pragmata comes out first, so who knows? We'll see. But I couldn't be more excited for Saros. Love Housemark. Love what they did with Returnal. It just looks like more of Returnal with a new story, new protagonist, and I'm all in. Another one of the I have pre-ordered. So I don't
Yeah.
pre-order a lot. It sounds like I pre-order a lot, but this is just a banger show that had a lot in it. And yeah, this is PlayStation first party. This is one of their tentpole games, and it's going to be a big deal. And I think it's going to be fucking awesome. So
Yeah. Well, I'm all for it, dude. Maybe we'll play it if it has co-op. I haven't heard if they have it confirmed, but we'll play it. Maybe we can play it together.
yeah, for sure. They might patch it later. I think I'll go through it single player first, and then maybe do subsequent runs in co-op. But they patched Returnal co-op later, so it might do the same with Saros.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Come April, maybe summertime. We'll be late spring, should I say?
Fuck yeah.
Let's see. We also got Warframe, got another trailer. Still in early access after 13 years. Even they dug into the joke.
Beta. Yeah, beta.
Beta, not on my list. But if you played Warframe over the last 12 years, they announced another trailer with some more, I believe, content coming. Right after, we also got an announcement. I would love to play this. I just don't think I'm going to have the platform to play it on. And that is in the world of Total War. We're finally getting a Warhammer 40K Total War game. I know these aren't your style, Matt. You definitely are going to want a high-end PC to play these because they're RTS games.
Let me get
But
right on that.
yeah, I'll let you get right on that one. But the
Let me
Warhammer
go. Let me go get 64 gigs of RAM for $1,000.
yeah. If you're
Shit.
I think this serves a very niche audience, and the audience it serves is going to be eating good because 40K is an amazing universe with a lot of lore that's been built up. So definitely go check it out. No
Yeah, I'm
announcement
rooting
I
for him.
didn't. Yeah.
I'm excited for those who are excited for it.
Yep. Let's see. We got some update for Hitman World of Assassination. More targets, elusive targets are coming. This one was is Melia. Uh, Help me out, Matt.
Jovovich.
Thank you. Obviously, from Resident Evil, from The Fifth Element, well-known actress. She looked pretty good. Her outfit was weird, but she looks still good, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she
Uh,
still got it. The Resident Evil movies, and the
Movies,
first
yes.
three were. The first one was good. Second and third were okay, and it just started fucking just barreling downhill. Apocalypse was terrible. That's my opinion, though. But it's a common opinion out there. So
Good way to put it. Speaking of barreling, do a barrel roll
do a
because
barrel roll.
we got an announcement from. Sorry, folks, it's not Star Fox, but for coming from Project Aces, Ace Combat 8 Wings of a Thief is due to release in 2026. I know you were a little excited for this. All I gotta say is this game looks fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, no, I loved Top Gun Maverick. I like fighter jets in general. I was actually thinking about checking out Ace Combat 7 because I watched Top Gun Maverick and I was like, oh, I want to fucking play as a fighter jet pilot. So this one has my attention. I'll be getting into the Ace Combat series in like the 8th entry, but you know, I just want to be a fighter jet pilot and fly fucking fighter jets, honestly. So it's cool to see a new one. It did look gorgeous, and I'd like to see what Ace Combat's all about. I've heard good things.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll be in there because it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that go fast, Matt, this next one, we were excited for. It's a callback. That's Star Wars Galactic Racer, coming in 2026 for PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC. It is Star Wars Pod Racer, in the modern era. That is the best way I can describe this. It's a pod racer game.
Which is awesome. The pod racer game for the 64 was awesome. Loved it. Love anything Star Wars, really. The brand is kind of diluting with Disney and stuff, but love to see the games, and I hope this does well. I'm excited for it. Can't wait to see more on it. And yeah, I'll dive in.
Yeah, absolutely. Go check it out. Sabula makes his return, by the way. Sebulba. Sorry.
I had to correct you because people will be like,
actually, I got the glasses. I can do that.
Yeah.
But he made his return at the end. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye out for that.
Mhm.
This next one looks pretty cool. I don't think I'll have time for it. That we saw this back at Summer Games Fest, I want to say, last year, but we got another trailer for Out of Words, a 2D puzzle platformer. Kind of similar in the stop motion, similar in the vein of, let's say, Split Fiction, for most recent memory. It looks cool. It looks cozy. Not as challenging or high octane out of something that you would get from Joseph Ferris and his team, but definitely looks cool, man. If you like co-op and you need cozy to get your wife into gaming, I think this might be it. Coming in 2026 to pretty much everything.
Yeah, looks cool. I have my eye on this too. Might be a fun short co-op romp. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. This next one, we got a release date, and I'm just so happy it did not shadow drop on us.
Right.
And that's we've talked about it before. Phantom Blade Zero. We got a release date for September 9th of 2026. So coming up pretty 2 months before, give or take, before GTA 6. So it's probably a good window. We'll see. This is I would say, third-person action adventure game with some light RPG mechanics set in feudal Japan.
Yeah, high octane. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden-esque, Sekiro. Well, no, not Sekiro. They said it's not a Souls-like or even Soulsborne, which excites me. The first time I saw this game, it had my curiosity. Second time had my attention. This time it has my fucking excitement. I think this game is going to be like one of the games of 2026. It is a PlayStation timed exclusive, and they said it's probably going to be a timed exclusive for the first 12 months. Unfortunate to hear, but hey, I got a PlayStation, so it's cool to hear that they are focusing developing on only one platform. I I think this game has game of the year material written on it from what I've seen, what I've heard. Uh, Game Informer did a piece on Phantom Blade Zero. They played it. They flew to China. It's a Chinese developer, S Game, very very small developer, indie developer, if you will. And I think this game is going to be a big deal in 2026. You heard it here first. I think we're looking at a game of the year contender from what I've seen.
I could
I
see that,
said
man.
I said this about Claire too, didn't I?
You did, but we'll see.
We'll
I think
see.
it looks good. Well, I think it looks good.
We'll
Um,
see. Another
I
one. Another one I think that's going to be in the game of the year contender. Maybe if they can get the frame rate, Tides of Annihilation, and if it releases in 2026, I think that's another one to keep your eye on for sure. That I'm really excited about.
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Mhm.
They all start to blend together after a while in genre, but Phantom Blade Zero looks like it has a. I think you said it best, Ninja Gaiden
Yeah,
feel to it. Uh,
yeah, and
Still
the
got to go
the
play four.
yeah, I'm not into Ninja Gaiden. They said it's more like Devil May Cry combat, and it's not going to be a Souls like. It's not going to be even a Soulsborne, and I'm like, that's refreshing to hear. It's going to be more like Devil May Cry. I think they said there's like 30 weapons in the game. The thing that intrigued me with this trailer and why it's got my excitement is the boss you were fighting. You saw his abilities, but then you saw later in the trailer your main character. I think his name is Soul. Uh, he is fighting another character using the previous boss's abilities. So that's got me intrigued. So you'll gain the abilities of the bosses you fight, and I think there's going to be a lot of weapon variety in this. And I'm telling you, man, I think this is going to be one to keep our eye on for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We will keep a bated breath and see what happens.
They've been working
Um,
on it for a while.
they have been, and I hope that I'm glad they're finally getting it out there.
Yep.
Uh, I know we got the next one in line, but I'm going to cover one last thing in between just to get it out of the way. And that was our other non-video game related. We got another trailer for the Super Mario movie, Galaxy movie. I apologize, coming in April. Um, I don't need to see
Super short.
anymore. Yeah, I don't need to see anymore. I'm going to go see your movie, Nintendo. You're still
Yeah.
going to get my money this way. So
Yeah.
definitely go recommend it. Super Mario movie was amazing. I loved it.
Awesome. I loved it. Yeah. I love to see they're going to Galaxy. And this does make me think they're going to have some synergy. And we're going to see Super Mario Galaxy 3 next year.
I
Heard it here
hope so.
first.
Please. You know what else is making a comeback, Matt?
Oh, baby. This is my fourth huge surprise. This was the surprise of the show.
This was a surprise of the
Easily.
show. Yeah, easily, hands down. I can't even watch a trailer again because I'll start tearing up. That's how
Yep.
excited I am. And Capcom, I said it during our last episode. One of my dream would be to have Capcom come out and say, "Hey, here's some Mega Man for you." Well, they fucking went and did it.
They did it.
Coming out in 2027. I suspect it's to line up with the 40th anniversary of Mega Man. This is Mega Man Overdrive, Dual Overdrive.
Dual override.
Override. You are
Gotcha.
correct.
I
And it
got
is
you.
the 12th in the mainline
Confirmed.
series
Yep.
of the OG series. We got a small 15 seconds of gameplay footage, and I am all for this, dude. I called this. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to get my hopes up and then have it broken and shattered in front of me.
Right.
But the second you watch that trailer and they said the loading and then they gave us that DLN 001, I was like, oh, it's Mega Man. Like, that's him. There's no other way to put it. This will be a pre-purchase early access deluxe edition shut up and take my fucking money game.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, this reveal was so cool. Keeley was like, this is we've been waiting for this retro game to come back. and we're so excited. And then it like starts going down a fucking hallway, and it shows like the screens on both sides. And we didn't catch this at first, but I've watched the trailer probably 10 times, and it has each Mega Man entry and the year it released. And then at the last one, it says 12, and it has like the year just like jumbled and going through numbers. And then, yeah, it has the Mega Man theme. And that's when I was like, oh shit, it's Mega Man. And then they actually showed the Blue Bomber himself. We all jumped up. Pretty sure there was like dancing. And what a fucking announcement. And what a IP that has needed a return. Because I mean, 11 was what, 2019?
Yeah, it was a long time, that long ago.
Yeah.
And people pointed out, and I didn't hear it at first because I was so excited I missed it. At the very end of that trailer, you hear Proto Man's whistle.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm like,
So
yeah, come on! Oh, give me Proto Man, give me Rush, give me Bass, give me
mhm.
Roll, give me all of them. I will take every one of those that you can throw at me. I know some of them technically didn't come in, but that's not the point. Point is, I am here for it. 2027. I probably will continue to speak about it every
Zero.
fucking 6 months.
Give us
Oh,
zero. Oh. And the
yeah.
Z Saber.
Well, so Zero. I don't want to die. I don't think it's going to be happen, but I would love to.
Yeah.
Like, let's just leave it like that. I could talk to you for another hour about this.
Gotcha. Dude, Capcom is having a renaissance. We got the Okami sequel. We got Mega Man 12. And we got Onimusha coming back. Like, let's see. Konami, do the same thing. Give us fucking Castlevania.
Hey, they're
I'm going to
slowly
preach it.
turning the ship around, man.
I know. I love, dude, Capcom is in a renaissance. I would love one IP I'd love to see come back is Breath of Fire. I think we talked about it, but they're giving the fans what they want, and they're really taking the feedback. And I've entered into some of the polls they've done of like, what IPs do you want to see come back? I said Mega Man, Okami, and Breath of Fire, and two of the three have come back. So I love that they're getting the fan feedback and putting these polls out and really listening to what the gamers actually want,
Mm-hmm.
and
No,
not the
I
shareholders.
thank you. If you bring the fans, you'll get the shareholders' money. Like, you just remember that, folks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what the Game Awards is all about. It's not, who pays the most to get their game unveiled. It's really about no. This next announcement.
Yeah. This next one, we're all kind of sighing because
Oh my God.
Jeff Keighley did everything to set this game up, and the response still hasn't been overwhelming. I'm looking at the reveal trailer that was linked out from the Game Awards, and it has like 1,000 likes. So I can only imagine the dislike ratio. It is. I don't even remember the developer, but it comes from the creators of Apex Legends and Titanfall. Is
Wild,
High?
Wild Light Entertainment.
Thank you. High Guard, a PvP raid shooter where players will ride, fight, and raid as wardens, arcane gunslingers sent to battle for control of a mythical continent. This feels like another Overwatch style. I don't want to say hero shooter, but it looks like it has hero shooter elements. And if you are excited, go check, go look at the trailer and make a judgment for yourself, because this game is coming soon. That was the selling point. Nobody heard about it, and it is coming January 26th to all platforms, free to play. Definitely, if you like it, if you're into that kind of thing, go check it out. It
Sure.
looks technically sound. I remember speaking during our trailer. It looks like it plays. It looks like it plays functionally well, like a really good feel to play shooter.
Yeah, I can't wait for other people to play it and get excited for it. I have zero excitement for this game. I think it was the worst show closer since the Fast and the Furious game. When Vin Diesel came out and he promoted the Fast and Furious game and then announced Sekiro as the Game of the Year winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. this was a bad show closer, and I don't think it was uh, because Jeff thought people would be excited for it. Maybe, I don't know, but I think it went to the highest bidder, honestly, and I think this developer shoveled so much money Jeff's way that he closed the show with it. So um, it it was a letdown. Unfortunately, it didn't ruin the show by any means, but it was a big eye roll. And the minute, like when I watched the gameplay, I was like, "Oh, this kind of looks cool." I thought it would might have been a single player first person fantasy based shooter, but then it went into the fucking arena shooter, hero shooter bullshit, and I was like, so
Yeah.
not for me. I'm not saying this game's bad, and I'm not wishing for this game to fail. I'm not wishing for the developers to fail, but not for me. And all I say, and you can take this however you want, I hope the developer learns their fucking lesson.
I could see that. I think there's a I think this is also Jeff's fault. He partially owns this one, man.
Right.
This this game looks good. Fundamentally, it looks good. I might download it just to see what's going on. But it was the placement and the delivery
Exactly.
for it that kind of didn't. You could have taken Mega Man 12
Oh,
and finished
oh,
on that, and nobody would have batted an eye at High
yeah,
Guard. If you put that like in the first third, somewhere near the middle of the show, people would have been like, "Oh yeah, High Guard's coming soon," and it would have
yeah.
came
Oh,
out.
that looks cool.
Yeah, that looks cool. But when you set it up on the delivery like that kind of stuff needs to be sorted out, Keely. Like you could have swapped that with the Larian announcement and the entire conversation around this year's Game Awards, and both of those games individually would have changed. The tone would have shifted drastically. And that's all I'm going to say. So, Keely, overall, I don't know about your thoughts, Matt. Based on that and a few other things that I was not too keen on, I'd say this Game Awards overall was a good B flat, just like a straight B.
Yeah, just to one more thing about High Guard. Uh, I mean, if you want to see how this game is going to do, go look at the comments on the YouTube trailer for the Game
Mhm.
Awards.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah. If they would have swapped this with Divinity or even Mega Man, oh, dude, it would have done this game a favor and would have done the Game Awards a favor. So I'm not sure the tactic behind this. I can only assume money. But yeah, yeah, like one of the comments, is this an out of season April Fool's joke? Top 10 devs not reading the room moments. That was the biggest bait I got in this year. What the fuck? High over Guard Watch. Seriously, another Overwatch clone. Worst final announcement ever. I could go on, but they did themselves a disservice. So, final rating for me, I thought it was a good show. A lot of great announcements, great pacing. Claire Obscure swept. I gave it a B minus, and the minus is from the fucking end.
That's fair. I could give you that. I could give you that. Uh, well, you know what? We got plenty coming up. I think this year for 2026 is going to be a good one because I haven't forgotten, Keely. You announced a lot of shit last year for the 10th year. And a lot of it was, hey, it's still in thought or it's coming when we haven't officially announced a year release window. So I think I'm going to be the guy to come pay to collect, and you need to deliver the next year.
Yep. I'm actually really excited for Summer Game Fest too. That's in June, and I don't know if you remember, but one of the show closers for Summer Game Fest was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
Mm-hmm.
and it's time to show Final Fantasy VII Part 3. It's time. And the dev even said, we're wrapping up production, we're finalizing the name. What better way to close out Summer Game Fest with that? So I honestly think that's going to be our show closer for Summer Game Fest. So I'm very excited for SGF 2026. But I'm also excited for the Game Awards 2026, of course. We're probably going to go. We're going to go. We're going to go to this one. We're going to go to this one in
Yeah.
LA. If we can find a place to stay, maybe an Airbnb. like a cheap one we can all split or something. Get a crew together,
It's
right?
LA. You can just sleep on the street. You didn't hear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. If you want to get offered fentanyl, uh, but yeah, the Game Awards. I don't. They didn't disappoint this year. I enjoyed the show, and there were a lot of great announcements, a lot of great updates for games I'm very excited for. The show pacing was good. Another 3-hour show. Keeley was great. Celebration of video games. I definitely was not disappointed. So
Agreed, man. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
great show. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's a long show. It's really, really great. But I mean, we just spoiled the whole fucking show for you. So, well, if you want a reference of what we just talked about, go check it out. Or you should have watched it live. Support Keeley. He really means well. He's doing his best, and he's the real deal. Like he's been in the industry for a while, and he's got good intent behind these shows.
yeah. I think it's cool to hate Keighley is the moment.
Yeah,
And
whatever.
he doesn't do himself any favors sometimes with decisions,
Right.
but he always does things with the best intentions at heart. He's been doing
Exactly.
this longer than most of y'all have been alive.
Exactly. And he's listening to fan feedback too. He's dropped a lot of stuff that we have been vocal for. And I'm talking like he really does listen to his fans. I think for 2022 or something, because I went to the Game Awards prior, he sent me an email and is like, hey, you want to be on a Zoom call with me? And I don't know if it was him, it was like part of his team. And I was in a Zoom call of 100 people talking to Keeley. Okay.
Mhm.
And we were giving feedback, and we kind of shaped that Game Awards that year. He hasn't done it since. I think he's getting big now to where he doesn't need to do that, but he really does listen to fans, and he really does take feedback. He has a poll on Twitter that he does, or Twix, or X, or Twixer, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, that he really does listen to fans, listens to their feedback, and kind of molds the show based on that. So keep it up, Keeley. You're doing a great job. Let's not do another show closer like that. Let's learn from that mistake, maybe. And yeah, just keep up the great work. I love the Game Awards. I had a blast doing the watch party. And if we don't go next year, we're gonna go next year. If we don't go next year, I'll do another watch party. So love it. It's a celebration of video games. And that's what we were there for. And holy shit, that moment Mega Man got announced and we were all there and we jumped up in excitement. Like that is a moment in time that we'll never forget.
Yeah, absolutely, man, dude. I still
Yeah.
remember when they announced Civ 7 last year. I'm like, yes, let's fucking
Yeah.
go. Yeah, dude, let's do this shit.
Hell yeah. Cool. Well, that was all about the Game Awards. That was our part three of our 3-parter Game Awards episodes. Like we said, this episode's going to go live. Well, this episode's already gone live, so you already know when it's going to go live. So we don't have to talk about that. But yeah, what were your takeaways from the Game Awards? What did you rate it? Oh, let's do a poll maybe. What the rating of the Game Awards or something. What did you think of the Game Awards? Yes, no. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll put up a poll on Discord. So if you hear this and you watch the Game Awards, go to Discord and vote on what you thought of the Game Awards and talk about it. Let's get the conversation going. That's what we do here. So yeah, this has been episode 34, all about the Game Awards announcements and the winners. And yeah, can't wait for next year. Can't wait for Keeley's SGF, and we will report on all of that next year, 2026. It's going to be, I think, another great year. So with that, we hope all of you have a great morning, evening, afternoon, whenever the fuck it is, and keep the conversation going.
Peace.
Shapes of Gaming is a podcast shaped around gaming and, most importantly, our community. That's you. It is written, created, and recorded in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado, by me, Matt Stenson, and my good friend Bob Harriman. If you would like to be part of this amazing community, be sure to like, subscribe, or follow us on all the social media platforms or the podcast app of your choice. Thanks so much for listening, and always remember, keep the conversation going, and most importantly, keep gaming.